Good day. God bless you. Welcome back. This is episode 58 in the Healthy, Wealthy, Happy series. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 23 all hard work brings a profit, but mere talk leads only to poverty. So, again, we're talking about putting it into action. What are we going to do? What steps can we take? How are we going to make this happen? And today, guys, it's day 4 of my small meals, and it's actually getting pretty boring. It's kind of like it's becoming normal. Like I'm getting bored of it to the point where cheers. You came on in the first 30 seconds. Thank you very much. You obviously have the notification bell. You did like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Okay, maybe not share and so as I'm saying, it's getting boring, and I'm kind of feeling good about that. Because food my whole life, how I became so overweight, not my whole life. I was super skinny up until about junior high. And I was still in pretty good shape towards my late 20s. But when I quit smoking cigarettes in my late 20s and I had my first of 5 children, then I really ballooned up. So food has been for the last 20 years, at least then, um, like a reward, like a drug. I did a lot of drugs as a teenager, but pretty much quit using those by the time I was by 30 for sure, on a regular basis. I haven't done any drugs in a long time, like 10 years. So that food became my drug, and I can still feel it. When you're so aware of the chemical processes that are happening in your brain, like I can literally feel. I'll just eat a little bit of food, and I can feel that chemical release happening in my brain. It actually feels good. It's almost like a flashback high, but I'm eating healthy food, so that's the great part about it. But what I'm saying is, it's becoming boring to the point where, well, like I still used my chips today, but I was like, I already know what I'm eating. I know my meals are super low calorie. I had a big salad today. I made some chicken wings, chicken adobo. It's kind of like I said, the Pacific Island recipe. It's super delicious. I had I always forget to write down what I had because like I said, if I'm eating these 400 calorie meals, I only ate about 4 meals today instead of 5 or 6, but they might have been a little bigger, like in the 500-600 calorie range. But anyway, I woke up earlier than I did yesterday just to get up and get going, and had my black tea. And speaking of that, so I was just kind of struggling today just with the boredom and what am I doing if I don't have anything in my planner, and I don't have any things going for the day, and I still felt super sore from kettlebell swings the other day at the gym. So I did my lower back and legs. So I did some yoga today, and it got me thinking, like, what do I do? What do I do on a day like this? And I found this other quote: winners are willing to go longer, work harder, and give more than anyone else. That's what makes them a winner. Like, that's what sets them apart. And I'm not sitting there calling myself a winner, but I was trying to come up with, what am I doing? How am I winning today? And it's like, I'm still creating positive habits. I'm like, these small meals are such a big improvement of my overall health, and we're gonna see what my A1C is on April 1st. No matter what my weight is, my weight will be considerably down as well, even if I don't hit 218, because I'm starting to I'm starting to waver. Like, that is a pretty lofty goal, but I can still buckle down and get there. Don't let me give up on myself yet. But I bet you my A1C will be a lot better than it was the last time I checked it, because I'm eating so many more vegetables, way less. I don't have any other food in my house right now, in my apartment, that is like, just grab it and eat it, unless I opened up like a can of mixed fruit or something. But I don't typically eat much out of cans. I have that stuff for like doomsday apocalypse, prepper, zombie apocalypse. So yeah, I just saw your comment. One of the commenters is talking about just getting up and doing laps around. My buddy's wife that lives upstairs, they have a 1-bedroom apartment, and their closet goes into the bathroom and then comes back out into the kitchen and the living room, and she'll walk around that place 150 times in a row, she was saying. So I just have that positive sense of, don't give up, keep plugging away, even if it's getting boring. I'm still becoming the healthy, wealthy, happy that I want to be, that I founded the channel to be, that I'm preaching to never give up on yourself and keep working hard. And then talking about just being down on myself. This is something I've not even noticed it. Like people have brought it up to me over the years, and I'm recognizing it more and more in myself that I put myself down to other people, but then I even have caught myself doing it to myself lately, even while I'm alone. And so I was listening to another Audible book. I should say which one it was, because it's not an amazing book, but if you need help in this particular negative self-talk area, thank you. The commenter was saying to never give up. And I am important. It's nice when a complete stranger, and it's so sad, but it's true that complete strangers will be kinder to each other than family and friends and coworkers. And because there seems to be, and I don't know why, but amongst friends and family, like there's competition that just isn't there among total strangers. Okay, the Audible book I was listening to the last couple of days is called "Make Your Brain Your Bitch" by Reese Owen, and she is also commentating the book, reading it on Audible, and her voice is not very exciting, and it's a little bit of a boring tone of voice, but the message is pretty good. It's how to overcome that negative self-talk and how to get, and really, even if you don't know you do it, if you're not fit and wealthy and happy, you do it. There's we read the Bible verses. Oh, I got my Death Star shirt on. The commenter yesterday said that black was slimming, but it was just because it was a tight black shirt, and I just accidentally wore a black shirt today. So overcoming the negative. So in the book, she has a chapter, and it's talking about changing your mind. And it's just not change your mind to be positive, but it's like, how do you change your mind? And I'm not going to go into her whole book. Hopefully you can do some of your own reading and research. And that's kind of a big part of what I was talking about in this channel too, is I'm not going to have all your answers. You might have more answers for me than I have for you, but we're here documenting it, that this is what he was doing. This is what he was trying. This is how much he weighed when he started off. This was the program he went on, and I'm documenting it every day, every week. I'm going to be on every day at least till April 1st, and I might just continue to always just make an update every day unless I'm out of town or busy or something. But I don't see why I can't make a small video, or at least the couple days I have missed, I kind of make a double video and be like, okay, this is episode 3 and 4. So just thinking about what did I do today? Because sometimes I feel like I didn't do anything like super positive towards my health or my fitness. So I started thinking, well, I got up and I took my cold shower, and my research, I'm not preaching it myself. It's already well known. Zach has nothing to do with this. I didn't discover it. I didn't invent it. I'm trying to think of his name. Wim Hof. The guy Wim Hof, you got to check his YouTube channel out. He's European dude. He proves how amazing these cold showers are and these breathing techniques. So I did my cold shower today. I did some yoga today, which, wow, I mean, I didn't even realize how much snapping and crackling and popping and heavy breathing, just doing some yoga, for 5-10 minutes. I mean, my legs and knees and back and shoulders were just all popping. So I did my cold shower. I did my yoga. I always brush and gargle with H2O2, hydrogen peroxide, which I believe is super good for you. Great for your gums and your teeth, one, but yet also your mouth is absorbing the extra oxygen molecules into your bloodstream through your mouth, which I believe is awesome too. I was doing my 400 calorie meals, counting them with the chips. And I overdid it on one of my meals today because I accidentally counted a cup of uncooked rice as a cup of cooked rice for the calories. And then I was running around at the grocery store, well, at Walmart. I was picking up something else I'm about to show you. And I was like, wait a minute, I counted it. So then I looked it up on my fitness app. I had to put 3 cups of rice. 1 cup of cooked rice makes 3 cups, or 1 cup of uncooked rice makes 3. So I went over one of my meals by like 250 calories, but that's still a small meal compared. That's a third of the meal. So see what I'm getting at? Like, I'm bored. Yes, I have seen that before. The commenter is talking about the cauliflower crust pizza. A coworker of mine turned me on to it about 5 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever it was, and it's awesome. Yeah. I actually think it's pretty good. You put some sauce and some veggies and cheese on there. I mean, I do my low carb. I don't know if you saw the video where I was using the low carb tortillas, the carb balanced tortillas. They work awesome for pizza crust too. Because I'm eating so many vegetables now. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I'm eating more vegetables than I have my entire life. Even I just got done dating a vegetarian like last year for a year, and I didn't eat as many vegetables even dating a vegetarian. So I did my cold showers. I did my yoga. I brushed my teeth with the H2O2. I count my 400 calorie meals. I drank only black tea and water. Um, and I didn't do a whole lot, but I did my colon cleanser. So that's kind of like a base of a day that I feel like I did nothing. I didn't go for a long run, or I didn't get a great workout in and get all sweaty. Those days I feel a little more motivated, like I really got something done, or that if I get a lot done around the apartment, I'm pretty happy because I'm still trying to sort all this stuff out, and I'm throwing away the past. I just caught a clip of it, a video earlier about like just receiving your energy. Your energy is going to the future, not from the past. You're not focusing your energy on the past. And a big part of that, and they talked about it in what's the book I just said, Make Your Brain Your Bitch, is visualization. And I don't want to get all witchcraft guru-y, new age movement about it. It's in the Bible. It talks about what you think you will receive, what you believe you will receive. And as ye have, what was some of the verses I brought up the last few days? I'm not going to flip back and look them up, but you got to go watch the videos. And there's so many Bible verses about your physical health as related to your mental state, but also just your goal state. Not necessarily what does your body look like, because we got to move beyond that, right? I mean, we're far more than what our body looks like. You're far more than that's why I can't understand racism, like, because I don't even view you by the color of your skin. And I don't know how anybody would. If you believe in God at all, which most of the world claims to believe in some God, like way over 95%. I mean, maybe there's 5% atheists by now. Well, it's 2023. There's probably more like 10%, but most of the world believes there's a God. And if we believe we are created by a infinitely powerful entity that could have created this universe and us, how could you possibly believe that the color of your skin makes any difference for anything? We all live, we all die. The Bible says it's like a puff of vapor. It's like a breath and you're done in comparison to the amount of time that God has been around. No, you didn't miss it. I was saying I kind of got bored. The commenter was asking about how many chips I'm at. I kind of waited later. It's already 8:45. So I already ate up all my chips today. Well, I didn't eat them. They're right here. But, I had an apple right away when I woke up. And then 2 hours later, I should write more of these 400 calorie meals down, because I actually want to have I might have a separate series where maybe I'll start it on my next 4 days of eating, where I won't put it in this list of videos, but I'll just take a quick video of what I'm eating, because I don't want to eat on this video because I'm talking about 100 other things, but just to get an idea of what because I can't believe how big of a salad you can eat for 400 calories. But I'm only eating 2,000. And like I said, I think I messed up the calorie count on a couple cups of rice, but that was only about 200 calorie error. So like I said, I wanted 24 of these chips to start with anyway, but 20 of them work perfect because I count them as 100 calories each. You could use pennies, use whatever you got around the house. If you don't have 20 pennies, you could send me a self-addressed stamped envelope and I'll mail it back your 20 pennies for you. I got a change jar here. We'll set you up. So yeah, talking about documenting the meals though, just because I might even show, just making a few simple ones, setting up my little camera on a stand, my phone on a stand, and just, not like just showing how simple it is. I don't make any kind of complex meal. My salads have like 4 or 5 ingredients, like I'm not chopping up like 12 different kinds of vegetables. I'm just throwing some lettuce, some shredded carrots, some cucumbers, baby tomatoes, and some yellow peppers. And like, that's it. Dump some salad dressing on there and it's freaking delicious. And that big bowl I showed you yesterday is not even 200 calories. You could eat 2 of those and you'd be just one of them and I'm stuffed. So, I guess as I'm sitting here talking, and this is a big part of why I wanted to start a YouTube channel, was well, I just feel like I have to get these thoughts out of my head, and it seemed to be a lot more positive. And I've tried to talk to like Christian friends, and some have been wonderful, and some have been really turned off by it, where they really just don't want to hear my life story and my problems and me crying, even when I apologize them and say, hey, you don't have to answer or talk to me or give me any advice. Just listen to me. Just listen and just say, yep, yep, yep. You don't even have to listen. And some people can do it, some people can't. So I'm feeling really good that I get it out I get it out to you guys, and people want to voluntarily watch the channel. Hey, we're at 4 live viewers. You guys stay on. If we get one more live viewer, it'll be my record. I've been trying to beat. Somebody left already, you cheater. I shouldn't have said anything. That's funny. Okay, guys. What was I saying now? I get all excited about my 4 live viewers. Oh, just talking it out. So I'm feeling, I've been talking for 16 minutes. I feel way better right now than I did when I sat down to go live. And it's a big reason why a lot of the success books will tell you to journal every day. And because this is basically, it's a journal, right? This is just my video journal. There's a few people chit-chatting with me every night, back and forth a little bit. But, well, that didn't work to tell them 4 live viewers to stay on. So we went right back to 1. We're back up to 2. So the cold showers, the yoga, the peroxide, the 400 calorie meals, the black tea, drinking water, using the pork chips to count my meals, using the colon cleanser. It's just a regularity and detox with 9 herbs plus probiotics. It was probably, I don't even know if it was $10, but it works. I can attest that it is working. Hey, thanks a lot, Angel. Where are you from? How old are you? What are you doing? Are you overweight? Are you needing to lose weight? What are you doing? Are you dieting? I know you talked about the Dr. Berg. I think you said you lost I think you said you're like 208 or something now. I mean, I can't wait to be down to that weight. But thanks a lot for your comments. Any encouragement to. It's kind of funny too how it reminds me. I was running a 5K. I ran my first 5K I don't know, about 4 years ago. Maybe 2018. I don't remember, 17. But just as the race started, there was like a high school girl, maybe right out of high school, 19 or 20. And we started off at the same pace, and I was running faster than I could because I was just running with the pack in the beginning. I wasn't used to my pace yet. And she looked over and like, high five, let's run this together. I just laughed like, there ain't no way I'm keeping up with you. And I just immediately slowed down and let her go. But then I ran into her like 20 more times in the small town, and we became kind of, I don't even know if she knows my name, but we said hi to each other every time we see each other. And it's like, my point is like complete strangers give each other more motivation and encouragement than people that call themselves friends. Oh, yeah. I love it. The commenter, I was asking him, I remember now you said you're from Oregon, and I'm super jealous. I didn't remember you say how old you were though, but yeah, I love it. He's saying he's on a live it, not a diet. And I am writing that down. I'm going to, it's kind of what I was talking about today. I didn't use that word, but I said how it's getting boring. Like, I don't really feel like I need to count the calories at all. Like, I actually think I'm eating more because of the chips, because I'll keep them right here. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. My little apartment, I didn't finish up. So I might just leave this. You might have this in the background for a while. I might buy a little divider right here. But so I'll be pretty full, and like the day will be going on. Let's say it's 6 p.m. and I'm still full from the last 3 or 4 meals I ate. And I'll look over and there's still a little quarter, a stack of chips left. And I'll be like, oh, I can go eat some more, and it's like, I don't even need to. But then, so like I just had like a few chips left right before I went live, like an hour ago. And I opened up the fridge, and it's the last day of eating, and I had a bunch of stuff left to make a salad. So I made a bunch of stuff, or I made a big salad and threw the rest of the stuff away because it's not going to be good in 4 days. And then I saw my cucumber on the cupboard or on the counter after I got done eating my big salad. And I was like, dope, I forgot to put the cucumber in it. Just bought it today to throw it in my last salad. And there it is. So All right, I want to talk about this too. So I don't know if how many people are on this, how many subscribers I have. Oh, speaking of that, I've been writing down the number of subscribers each evening. So yesterday when I went live, it was 622. And today when I went live, it was 633. So welcome to the 11 more subscribers since yesterday. Thank you guys for coming along for a ride. I hope you'll consider commenting and talking to me and telling me where you're from and what kind of journey you're on and where you've been and how much weight you want to lose. Or, sometimes all those things don't even matter. It's just a state of mind. Tell me how you're feeling, where your mindset is, where your values are, where your goal, what do you believe about yourself, you know, and that's what I kind of cut myself off earlier talking about visualizing your future. I got all sidetracked that it was biblical, but when you can see yourself cross the finish line of a half marathon 6 months before the race, and you start training for it, and you're running every day, and the first half marathon I ran, I was like, I was still, I was like 251 pounds still, so just a little bigger than I am now. And I had never ran anywhere near that far. I only trained for 8 weeks, but I had a vision. I had a goal that I'm going to finish this thing in less than a 12-minute mile, which is a really slow jog. But for a 251-pound dude that hadn't ever jogged anywhere near that far, and I crossed the finish line with an 11-minute and 55-second average mile, And 2 years later, I finished it with a 10-minute and 29-second mile. So look at I had to have that vision, that foresight of the future, and call it self-fulfilling prophecy, right? Because you see it's going to happen, and then there was a motivational quote I had like a week ago. It's like the universe conspires to make it happen, to make it so, and it's like your subconscious mind. I've been to treatment a couple times. I don't think I've mentioned that on the channel yet, but as a teenager, I was put in like chemical dependency treatment, and then I put myself in my mid-20s, early 20s, again, just because I went from one problem to another. And between the two times, it cleaned me up pretty good. I still had many, many, many more episodes of drug and alcohol use after that, but the foundation was laid that would eventually get in my head to know how to let it go when it was time to let it go. But I got sidetracked again. But my mental state is getting stronger. And like I said in a couple of videos ago, to just practice trying and just practice. I just remembered what I was talking about. To practice, I think I'm going to fail. And it's like, yeah, you are, but that's, like working out, they call it muscle failure. The workout till muscle failure. Like in the Army, they'll say, do push-ups until you just can't do anymore. And then we'll do jumping jacks, and then we'll do push-ups until we can't do anymore. So you failed on every set. And you know what? 6 months later, you can knock out 100 push-ups straight for your PT test and get 100 points. And because you failed all those times, it made you stronger. And that's what I say. Like, if you don't think there's any way you could ever possibly fast for 96 hours, which I'm telling you, I didn't fast for 96 hours the first try. Now I've done it 6 times in a row, and I didn't cheat on any of them. You know what I mean? Like, it was just no problem. I can't wait to, I'm all happy to be done eating right now. I got done eating like an hour ago, whatever. I did some yoga after my final meal, which is another point. Like when you eat such a small meal, I did yoga like 10 minutes after I ate. Like, it was no big deal. I'm not all bloated and tired and so stuffed that I feel like crap, like most people do. Your meals are too big. And I'm really recognizing it now that I eat these small meals. Like right now, I'm kind of feeling hot, and like my metabolism is just on fire, burning. And that yoga just feels amazing. You can feel it. Just do a 10-minute yoga on YouTube and just feel the energy coursing through your veins, and your muscles are all warmed up, and your ligaments loosen up, and just a basic 10-minute stretch. So I was looking towards bringing up the half marathon. I'm starting to think about it. It's only February, but I'm going to run that half marathon again in October. And I said I'm going to run some 5Ks and some 10Ks. I have it on my my monthly planner. It's all part of my my annual goals. I have my weight counting down, 230, 220, 200. So I'm going to check that off, monetize the channel, run a 5K, run a 10K, run a half marathon. achieve 5,000 subscribers. I mean, that's pretty lofty, but we'll see where I can get after 1 year. Travel to the Philippines. I got a bunch of stuff on here. Read 50 books, read the Bible every day, get my A1C down, fitness model shape. But anyway, talking about running a half marathon, I remembered where I started off like 4 or 5 years ago before I even thought of running one. I was like, well, some people around town were running 5Ks. Like, they weren't even fit people. I'm like looking at them at the gym and I can hear them. It was these women. I could hear them talking about they ran a 5K or it was the Warrior Dash. It's not in Minnesota. And I think it went out of business. I think that company completely crashed. But anyway, it's a 5K with like 12 obstacles or something like that. And it sounded so hard. Like there's no way I could ever do that. But then I downloaded an app on my phone. It was just called Couch to 5K, something like that. There's probably 100 different ones, but this is the one it said Couch to 5K, meaning, you don't run, you don't do anything. So we're going to start from there. And it works you out so gradually that, like 8 or 12 weeks later, you can easily run a 5K. So I'm about to do that. Probably tomorrow I'll download it and we'll see when I can get going on it again. And then the next app, you just download 5K to 10K. So it knows you can run a 5K. So it starts you from there. And then you get, a 10K is just 5K is 3.12 miles. So 10K is obviously double that, 6.24 miles. And then a half marathon's double that again, a little more. And then you just put 10K to half marathon. But I've not done an app with that. I did a little more serious programs either online or from running magazines or fitness coaches. Just look up their training models, and everybody's going to be different. Doesn't matter how fast you run it. Doesn't matter how fit you are. You can do it. You just start visualizing your success, and you will be able to achieve it. Like if Henry Ford said it, whether you believe you can or you can't, you're right. And I can't believe Henry Ford said that because he didn't have a super high IQ, but what he did have was, man, he had the gumption. He knew how to get it done. If he didn't know how to personally get it done, he knew how to get somebody that would get it done. He knew how to hire the right people. He knew, he's the one that came up with even like the 40-hour work shift. But my point is, believe in yourself and you can do it. Like I tell people, if any human being can do it, you can do it. Like set yourself up to be, let's say you want to be the world chess champion. Well, that's going to be pretty difficult, right? Like there's only one in the world. And, there's only so many grandmasters and, like grandmasters per 100,000 people in a country. Like there's not even that many per 100,000 people that are grandmasters. And, out of all those in the world, there's only one that's the world chess champion. But you know what? If you wanted to put yourself in the top 3%, top 2% of chess players, top 5%, just even say where you could beat 95% of the people in the world, you could beat 99. That's easy. Like you could read 20 chess books and start going to a chess club, start playing ranked games online and study and practice and learn. Matter of fact, I used to be way into chess. I was at 1800 on the United States Chess Federation about way back. The internet was barely even out, and speed chess for speed chess, I was a 1800. And then I got way worse. I don't know. I tried to step up my game, and I just overthought it, and I kind of crashed. But I still love playing. I still play on my phone now, and I'm terrible. I probably played 5 games a day, ranked against a 1400 opponent, and he beat me like 3 out of 4 times. But I still love it. It's an incredibly fun game. But my point is, when you set yourself up with some realistic goals like that are just related to you, like you don't have to be the world chess champion to be great at chess and to enjoy it and to be, gain happiness from it, joy from it. And that might be a really dumb example to you, but then pick some other thing, whatever it is. And for me, like running, like, I don't know why. If you had asked me 20 years ago, you think you're going to, not drink, not do drugs, be a runner, only drink coffee or only drink black tea and water. I would have just no freaking way, dude. But, now I like I was talking about, I can even feel the dopamine move in my brain when I eat food now, just even a couple bites. And if I kind of really pay attention, I can feel the head rush. Like it actually feels good, almost like a runner's high. And that's what made me think of it, because it feels just like a runner's high when you're out running, especially on a beautiful day and you're in the sun and beautiful weather. It just feels so good. And that's what made me think today to it's it's freezing cold here in Minnesota right now, like seriously like 10 below zero. So I'm not going to be wanting to go for any long runs outside yet, but I have a membership. There's 2 treadmills at my work in a small gym we have there, so I can run there. Matter of fact, that's what I'm probably going to do tomorrow because it'll be a slow day. Tomorrow's my first day, even though it's a Sunday. It's so weird working the work crew. The work shift I work. It's not like what day of the week it is. It's what number. Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4 of my work day, or is it 1, 2, 3, 4 of my off days? There's really doesn't matter what day it is of the week. So, all right, guys, I didn't even have many notes, and you guys hung in there with me for a solid half hour. Oh, one more thing. So I showed you my cool little speed champion. This was this one, this 007 one. Oh my God, it was so fun. Like I said, I think it took me about an hour and 15 minutes. I mean, I didn't like race through it or nothing. I just kind of kept me busy for a while and helped me not eat for a couple hours. So today I was at Walmart and they had another kind of speed champion. The commenter saying thanks for sharing and keep on grinding. Exactly. People talk about, oh, it shouldn't feel like a grind. To me, it's kind of is the right attitude to have. I guess it's all your mindset. It's all where you've been and what kind, being military and going through things that you definitely did not want to do. Being a paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne Division, I was not deployed to combat or anything, but just in training. I mean, it would be days and days and days of no sleep and just hard, jump. We, get woke up at the 2 a.m. in the barracks and panic, get your shit and get out to the airfield to get loaded up to take off, fly around for hours, passed out, just the planes don't have stabilize, jumping out in the middle of the black night, going for days, pretending to do combat missions in the woods in North Carolina and little mock battles and just, oh my God, just never stopping though. There's just no quit. They had us trained, man. I'm telling you, they had us programmed. And I'm like, hey, if the military can program your mind to be such a non-stop machine, I think we can program ourselves to do it as well. But anyway, so I'm pretty pumped. This one is called these cars are like, they have a weird name because they're like speed champions, but then they're just such strange, odd cars. But I just thought this one looked cool. We'll see. We'll see when I get bored enough to make that one. All right, guys, jump on board with Jesus because he is the winner. The battle's over. The war's been fought. Jesus has been found to be victorious over Satan. He won, and we jump on board with him, and we win. Jesus loves you. I love you, and I'll catch you guys again tomorrow night.